What is up, everybody? Spektrades is back here, and in this video we're going over what is market structure / change of character. Before we get started on the video, make sure to give me a follow on Instagram at Spektrades. This is where I am most active at. If you have any questions, make sure to give me a DM on Instagram at Spektrades. Let's hop back in. They're basically the same thing, just a different title. A market structure shift or change of character occurs when price changes order flow and structure. Initially, bearish market structure transitions from bearish to now bullish, and vice versa. The shift is marked by price indicating a market structure initially, and then eventually a market structure shift occurs or CHOCH happens, right? They're basically the same title, altering the market's direction from bearish to now being bullish, or from being bullish to now being bearish. So where do they occur? They occur mainly at supply zones, when price is reaching a supply zone, or when price is reaching a demand zone. So right here I have some simple schematics of just the problems / solutions with market structure shift and change of characters, and I kind of don't have any marked up charts right here, so we will hop on the live charts just for us to just see this better, right? So first, let's go through these schematics. First, we have to understand our higher time frame bias. The higher time frame provides the key to market structure shifts or change of character. In the lower time frames, is better when we are trying to enter, right? Trying to get our confirmation entry. So as we can see here, we are in a bullish market structure, right? Boom. And then price comes and gives us a liquidity sweep to then gives us a change of character. So price was once going bullish, boom, to now wanting to go bearish. And then right here, right, the same pattern as we can see here occurs on the lower time frames when price retraces and taps into our higher time frame point of interest. It's like we stay here. For the lower time frame market structure shifts, they are mainly for confirmation entries, right? So as we can see, price is crawling back up, and then when price is finally going to touch into our higher time frame point of interest, the same exact pattern will show again. Price will then take liquidity and then give in a change of character again. So price was on the lower time frames going bullish to now wanting to go bearish, guiding us to trade lower or higher, right? So as we can see here is the same thing, right? So price was once in a bullish structure, and then after this big this higher time frame market structure shift happens, we know that price wants to go lower, boom. But first, price has to retrace and mitigate our higher time frame point of interest. So as we can see, price crawls back up to mitigate our higher time frame point of interest, to then give us the same pattern again, another market structure shift or change of character, to then trade lower, right, or higher, right, if this was in a bullish pattern. So that's the first problem / solution. We have to understand what type of structure are we in the higher time frame. We have to understand the trend first before we can hop on the chart and just start looking for market structure shifts. Because one of the problems a lot of people make when they are trying to find the correct market structure shifts or change of character is that they jump straight to the lower time frame. They jump straight to the 5 minutes, right, or the 3 minutes even, and then see this pattern right here occurs, but this right here is happening inside of a higher time frame point of interest. So you have to understand the higher time frame structure first, and then you scale down to the lower time frames to see if you can see this right here to enter. The lower time frame market structure shifts from the 15 minutes, the 5 minutes, the 3 minutes, or the 1 minute. They are just for entries, I would say, right? They're just happening to mitigate a lower time frame point of interest. But the higher time frame point of interest, the higher time frame market structure shifts is the powerful ones. They are happening on the daily, sometimes the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, right? Those are the ones that we are mainly look at for us to understand where is price changing at, right? Where is price changing character, or where is price changing structure? So that's number one. Understand the higher time frame structure, and then understand the lower time frame structure. The lower time frame market structure shifts is just for entries, and the higher time frame market structure shift is for us to understand where price is probably leading us to. Another problem / solution we might see, right, is that no liquidity sweep has happened, right? So for a proper market structure shift or change of character to happen, right, price must sweep an old high or low, indicating a significant move. This liquidity sweep serves as a key sign for a proper market structure shift. So as we can see here, price was creating higher highs and higher lows, going up in a uptrend, boom. And then price took liquidity from this old high, and then boom, purged lower and give us a break of structure or a change of character, as we can see, right? A break of the old low, changing the character now. So price was once going up, to now price wanting to go down right here. So this liquidity sweep right here is a big indicator, right? This liquidity sweep and then price purged lower to clearing this old low. So, and then as we can see here, for a false, right, we might see price going up in the uptrend, but then this high right here, as we can see, fails to give us a liquidity sweep. Boom, it fails to give it, right? But then purge lower, as we can see. This high right here fails to give us a liquidity sweep of these old high, but then purge lower. Boom, but this right here, but this low right here was just mitigating something here. But a lot of people might mistake this right here for a change of character. But did the liquidity sweep happen of these old highs first? No, right? Price was just clearing these old lows to then tap into a point of interest right here, to then boom, push back higher. So a lot of people might think this right here is a market structure shift. Just because price breaks an old low, that doesn't mean it's a market structure shift. A liquidity sweep has to happen first. A change of character for it to be a market structure shift or a change of character. They're basically the same thing, right? So a lot of people just scale down to the lower time frames, right? And then just see this right here, price breaks an old low. But in honesty, price was just clearing that old low to tap into a point of interest right here to then continue lower. So a lot of people might think this right here is a change of character, plays their stop loss right here, and then price just comes in, purge them out. So if no liquidity sweep has happened, that is not a market structure shift. Price has to take liquidity first and then purge the low that did the liquidity sweep. So that's number 2. A liquidity sweep has to happen. And then for number 3, a displacement has to happen. We have to align ourselves with smart money. Smart money seeks liquidity and then initiate a big energetic move. These moves indicate a desire for price to shift character from one structure to another. As we can see here, we were in a uptrend, right? Price was just creating higher highs and higher lows, and then price right here came and give us a liquidity sweep of these old highs. For it to be a proper market structure shift, price has to give us a displacement. Price has to come and purge lower of these old lows right here. Price might have just been giving small bullish candlesticks, boom, and then after price took liquidity from these old highs, these big bearish candlesticks, right? That means smart money is in the market now, right? These big bearish candlesticks just come in and just purge through these old lows right here. Boom. So a displacement has to be in line, right, for it to be a proper market structure shift. So those 3 right there were the main 3 problems and solutions that I see a lot of traders have when they are trying to pick the correct market structure shift or change of character. So without further ado, let's go on the live charts and just see if we can see it in action. Now that we're back on the charts, as we can see here, price was once going up in the uptrend. Boom, creating higher highs and higher lows, and then price came and swept these old highs, boom, and then give us a change of character. Cool. And then from that change of character, what can we expect? Just like I stated, price will then crawl back, tap into our higher time frame point of interest, and then on the lower time frames right here, this is I just marked it up on the higher time frames, but on the lower time frames it will be just more clear and just more price action. Price will then show us the same type of pattern again, right? A liquidity sweep, and then boom, a change of character. So then for us to find an entry right here, for us to then go lower. So this is it for a this is one example for a market structure shift. But right here you might say, is this a market structure shift? Boom, price clearing the liquidity of these old lows and then give us a breakout structure. No, right here, what can we see? Price just came and purged right through them. Boom. Because we're still playing inside of this higher time frame range right here, right? As long as this higher time frame range is in play, just like I stated in the old in my last video of the strong high and weak low video, these lows right here, as long as price still in this range right here, these lows right here will get taken. As we can see, this high right here, boom, this high, let me make this right here, was the one that created this low. Boom. And then this low right here created this high. And now if this low right here, right, if this low had came and went all the way back up here, boom, and give us a change of character right here, boom, then it would have been a proper market structure shift. But guess what? Price was just still playing inside of our old range. So this right here was not a proper market structure shift. Price was just luring traders in, right? So a lot of traders probably thought this was a market structure shift. Boom, liquidity sweep, breakup structure of the old highs, boom. So probably thinking this is a market structure shift. Price is now changing character from being bearish to now bullish, but price was still playing inside of the old range. So we still have to understand our strong highs and weak lows. That's why I have put the video out first, the strong highs and weak lows video out first. So once you understand your main range, then right here you can finally understand the proper market structure shifts. So as we can see, price was still playing inside of this range right here. Price was still playing inside of this range, from this high to this low. Boom. So even though price came back all the way up here, price was just coming back to mitigate a old point of interest, to then come and push price lower. So this right here was what we would call a fake market structure shift. This is a fake market structure shift to fake traders into believing that price now changing character to then go higher, but then come back and purge through them. So boom, right here. So this is what so this right here was just a clear example. Now let's look at some more charts just for us to just get it understand it more. And then right here, as we can see, price was once pushing down lower, and then price once price reached a certain demand zone, we can expect for price to clear the liquidity of all these old lows. As you can see, liquidity sweep of all these old lows, and then we are expecting a change of character of the old high. Boom. So now price was once going down lower to now boom, pushing price higher to now giving us a proper market structure shift or change of character, a displacement, right? A big move, right? So now our range is from this low to now being this high right here. Let me put this in green. So now that we understand our range, right? So a liquidity sweep first has to happen, and then price has to come and break the high that did the liquidity sweep. So now price was once in a bearish movement, for price was wanting to go higher now. So what we can expect, price will come back lower, mitigate a point of interest right here, and then just like I stated, the same pattern will occur. A liquidity sweep, and then for price to come in clear the structure of the liquidity sweep, probably on the lower time frames. On the higher time frames right here, this looks like a wick, but on the lower time frames, this might be a breakup structure, right? Because price is mitigating a higher time frame point of interest. So the same pattern will occur when price is mitigating our higher time frame point of interest. So a liquidity sweep, and then price will then come and break the high that did the liquidity sweep, and then for us to go even higher, right? So a lot of people right here might mistake this also for a change of character. Boom, liquidity sweep, just like I state, and then a breakup structure. This might be giving you, this might right here works as a reversal change of character, but it will not hold long term, right? We have to expect for this high to get taken out, because this right here is our strong low, and this right here is our weak high. And of course, you can still trade this reversal right here. You don't have to wait for price to come all the way back up here, but it's just more for more advanced traders, right? If you are a beginner trader, I would say do not try to take the reversals. Just try to train your eyes to just get used to seeing the correct range and stuff like this, right? But since we know that this is a strong low and this is a weak high, right? What can we expect? A lot of people might see this right here as being a market structure shift. Price is going higher to now going lower, right? But since we know that this is a strong low and this is a weak high, we know that this high right here will get taken out. And what did price do? Price just came and purged through it. Boom. So anybody that was hiding their stop losses up here, thinking that this is a correct market structure shift, was just in it for the was just holding it for the wrong reasons, I would say, right? But this is just a reversal type of pattern, right? A reversal market structure shift. But once you get more advanced, you will be more able and clearly see these market structure shifts happens, and these reversal market structure shifts or change of characters, you will be able to capitalize on them, right? Because they will still lead you back down here, right? It will still lead you back down to your correct range zone before you go higher. But you know that this is just a reversal pattern, right? This is just a reversal pattern. This right here will not hold. So you will probably take your profits at these old lows right here. You will not be be looking for price to come in purge through these strong lows right here. So these right here is just a type of reversal market structure shift. You will not hold them, but you might capitalize on them to lead you to the correct range, and then for price to come in and clear them, because this is a strong low and then this is a weak high. So I hope this right here explains it a lot even further, right? So let's look at some more examples. And then right here, as we can see, price was once going up, creating higher highs and higher lows, and then price reached a certain demand zone. Boom. Certain demand zone, price reach. What did price do? Clear the liquidity sweep from the old highs and then give us a displacement, just like we see here, this big energetic move. Boom. Giving us a change of character. Price was once in a uptrend, now price wanting to go down. They've given us this huge displacement right here. Boom. So we just label this change of character. Then what we can expect is for price to crawl back up, giving us the same exact pattern. The price comes and build us these old highs right here, giving us the exact pattern, giving us the liquidity sweep, tap into our higher time frame point of interest to then clear the low. But then for price to come back up, mitigate a point of interest to then push price lower. Of course, right here, this is the higher time frames, right, that I'm showing. On the lower time frames, more ranges and more structure will be shown. But first, we have to understand the higher time frames before we can understand the lower time frames for us to, for its entry, right? But for the lower time frames, it's just the same pattern that that will be shown, right? Price will just give us a liquidity sweep and then a breakout structure. So as you can see, price was once in a uptrend. So now after this change of character happened, right? After our main change of character happened, what we can see, price will now push price lower. So this right here becomes our strong high, and then this right here becomes our weak low. This is it for right here, for this chart right here. It's just the same exact pattern. Once price reach a certain supply zone, price will just give a liquidity sweep of the old highs and then purge the low energetically, right? As we can see, give us a energetic move, purging the low, giving us a change of character or a market structure shift. But then price to come back up, give us the same exact pattern on the lower time frames for us to come back, for us to catch an entry to catch price going lower again. So make sure you watch my top down analysis video or any of my trading videos, or take the free course down below where I go from the higher time frames, from the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, and the 5 minutes, for so I can show you exactly how we see the market structure shift happen from the higher time frames to the lower time frames. But right here, I'm just trying to explain it more simple, right? Now let's look at some more chart. And then as you can see, the same exact pattern. Price was once going up in a uptrend, and then what we can see, price clearing the liquidity of these old highs right here, and then energetically purge the low that to the liquidity sweep. Boom. That means smart money is now in play. Smart money wants to now change market structure from being bullish to now being bearish. Boom. So, and then what we can see, price comes back up, tap into right here to then go back lower, and then for us to go to scale in on the lower time frames right here to find us an entry. As we can see right here, I'm gonna zoom in. Even though this is the higher time frames, I'm gonna zoom in. Price clear the liquidity sweep of these old highs right here. And now on the lower time frames, the same exact higher time frame pattern is shown before, when price is mitigating this point of interest. This higher time frame point of interest. Boom. The same exact pattern will be shown right here once more. So for us to find us a clear entry, for us to come and go lower, or if we're in a bullish format, for us to come and go higher. So this is it right here for another format. Price was once going up, tap into a supply zone, clear the liquidity sweep to then price wanting to go down. Boom. So this is our liquidity sweep. And then this is our change of character or a market structure shift. They are the same thing, just a different title. Now let's look at some more charts. And then right here for a bullish format, as we can see, price was once going down, and then price sweep the liquidity sweep of these old lows, and then give us a energetic move to the upside, and then give us a change of character. Boom. And then on the lower time frames, what we can expect for price come back and give us a pullback, show us the same exact pattern for us to enter once again, for us to continue and go lower. So first a liquidity sweep, and then for price to come in and give us a big energetic move, showing us that price is willing to go higher. So we went from being bearish, as we can see here, price was showing us super bearish structure. Even these bearish candlesticks was stronger than the bullish ones. Price was showing us super bearish structure, to now price wanting to go bullish now, right? Now these bullish candlesticks are now covering the big bearish candlesticks. As we can see here, these big bullish candlesticks came in, two small ones, boom, purged right through them. So a couple small bearish candlesticks, purged right through them. A couple bearish candlesticks and purged right through them. So showing us that smart money is now in play, right? Price is now change character from being bearish to now wanting to being bullish. Boom. Now let's look at a last example. And now from this example, we can see that price was once in a bullish market structure, and then price came and swept the liquidity sweep of these old highs right here, and then gave us a big energetic move down, purging these old lows right here. Boom, giving us a change of character. So first a liquidity sweep, and then we have a displacement, right, where price purge price lower to then give us a change of character. And then just like we state, once price give us this change of character, we will align ourselves with a higher time frame print of interest. And then on the lower time frames, we will look for this exact pattern when price comes back up and tap into our higher time frame print of interest to get our confirmation entry for us to again push price lower. So we see that price was once in a uptrend, so now for price to once go in a downtrend. If you want just more in depth on how we use this concept right here to enter trades, just watch my top-down analysis video, my trade steady breakdowns, or take the free course that I created where I have a live lesson where I go from the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, and the 5 minutes, right, for us to just see how this all plays in one concept, right? But right here was just the main concept on what is market structure shift and change of character. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and tell me what you think down below. Spektrades out.